Hello YouTube and Saber Forum. Today I'm doing my third Ultrasabers review on the Yari Pike extension. So this is their sort of way of making sabers longer and being able to use light pikes if you get enough of them together, or use different configurations. And there's an endless amount of ways you can connect these to sabers, and it's really cool, really sturdy, really well built. Perfect length, perfect thickness, everything lines up really flush, 5 out of 5. So I'm just going to sort of answer questions I had, and I think most customers looking into this product have before they buy it, and then some of my favorite configurations with the Yari Pike extension and my Phantom V4. So we'll get started. So when you buy a saber pike, I didn't really get a good idea of how long it was. So if anyone has a double-sided saber of any sort, this is how it sort of sizes up to that. It's shorter than double-sided, but here's where a single saber ends. So it's significantly longer, about 2 or 3 inches longer than a typical saber. And it's completely hollow, very sturdy, very well built, very easy to handle. All these grooves are great for gripping points, and these 2 choke points on either side are really nice for gripping and getting firm grips. As I said in a previous video on Ultrasabers products, when you handle these things, you feel like you can knock someone out with them. They're so sturdy and they're so well built. So one thing I was wondering about when I was looking at the pike was my double-sided saber came with this coupler, and I was wondering why they didn't. When you're buying the saber pike, it says you want to buy a coupler with this, and this isn't on there. And I was wondering, why that was. And I bought an extra one of these, and I personally like using the saber pike with a bunch of these rather than the vented ones or any of those other types of couplers. Personally, because I don't have sabers with sound. I have stud sabers, and I think these are flush, and I like the way they look. It's honestly a personal opinion, and I'll show you how these look with sabers, but that was really my main question, and these absolutely work with them, and I'll run you through some different configurations and stuff with this. One thing I'd like to note is the saber pike, the Yari Pike extension, at the very top, it's about the same diameter as the bottom of their standard sabers. I have a Sentinel and a Dominic's, and a Phantom, and this is the same diameter as all those. And then it gets bigger all the way, and then comes back down again. So it seems a little bit thicker than the others, but it's perfectly manageable, and it's really great to work with. So I'm going to start getting into some variants. The first one is with one saber and the Yari Pike extension. So just one coupler, one saber. Then put the end cap on. I'm not sure how necessary that is, but I like the way it looks, so it's worth it to me. It feels a lot more sturdy that way. So as you can see, same diameter right there, and that just grows out a little bit, and very naturally, might I add, into the Yari Pike extension. So I like this a lot. You can start using sort of traditional spear techniques and stuff of that sort, which isn't always possible with standard size hilts. So you can do these sort of rotations, working from the backhand and keeping the front hand static. It feels really solid with this Yari Pike extension. So my next favorite, well, this is my favorite overall combination with the Yari Pike extension is to take another saber. If you have a saber staff, this will be even easier. But you know, you can take any saber you want and do this, as long as it's not a V2, because the V2 sabers are different size couplers. But you stick another coupler right on the other side with your other saber. And I like to take one blade off. This is my way of getting around. I don't really have the money right now to buy another saber, Yari Pike extension as much as I'd like to. So my way of getting around getting more length without getting another one is to use the other saber on the other end and then put a blade plug in to secure the LED down there. Some of you might just prefer buying another Yari Pike extension. If you're like me, you might prefer doing this at first and then getting Yari Pike extension, another Yari Pike extension later. So this way you do it. I'm about, for comparison, I'm about 5'9", 5'10", and this goes right above my waist right here. So I can sort of hold it like a staff down here, which feels really good. Feels like I'm a temple guard because I have the orange saber, so I'm like a sentinel. I get to hold it right here. It feels really sturdy, all due to this little handy attachment here, and I love it. So this is when you can really start using those extended techniques with like spearing techniques and real saber pike techniques. But it's not unwieldy. It's perfectly comfortable to wield. And then also you can start using half quarterstaff techniques. You can actually get it into this position and sort of do these typical quarterstaffing guards and stuff like that. Sort of use it in that manner. So it feels really good. It's really versatile. And then the last combination I will share is simply taking out whatever blade plug you have in there and replacing that with a blade. Now, so this way you have two, it's like a really long saber staff, sort of like the saber staffs, if anyone of you watch the Clone Wars series, that the head temple guards use. Now, the thing I'd recommend if doing this variant is, I have 32-inch blades on either side right now, and that's kind of cumbersome, for me, at least. Those of you who are a little bit taller might work with that. I'm probably going to get some initiate blades so that I can make this a little more wieldy, because I have a huge freaking handle on this thing. So it's sort of hard to do that, but it's outside when you're actually using it. It's really easy to go about, and I really enjoy everything you can do with this Yari Pike extension. So 5 out of 5 stars. I'd recommend this to anyone who's interested. It's really cool, everything I expected it would be and more. So thank you, Ultrasabers, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.